What's going on? So if you're trying to do large B2B sales outbound campaigns, you know the pain of downloading a list, trying to customize the messaging, figuring out who's really a good fit for the campaign, because you do these filters in Apollo or ZoomInfo or Seamless, and you get these lists of people that maybe they're the marketing agency that's selling to that industry. Maybe it's a software that sells to that industry. So you're trying to get property managers, and you end up getting all these software and tech companies that sell to property managers or have solutions for property managers. So it's not a perfect science. So what we do here is I built a platform inside of Airtable that helps me to clean leads for customers. So we're running marketing campaigns, and what we do here is we'll pull all the regular data out of the Apollos of the world, right? We'll get their email address, their name, company name, their title, their website, right? And we use that data to enrich it in here. So as you can see, I got 70 hidden fields, and there's a lot of fields showing. But just to give you an idea of what it does, it takes this, it goes out to the internet, and it'll actually build a description of the company so we can use that in a prompt to be able to enrich the data later. You know, a lot of AI companies, they're cheesy, it uses a little bit. What we use is high volume language models that allows you to get larger pieces of data at lower costs. So that way we keep our costs low, and we can enrich the data and say things that are actually relevant to the customer based on the information. So for this system, you know, I have it to where we're filtering it once they respond, but I have this feeding right into the system that sends the actual emails and the LinkedIn messages, right? But it'll assess it, it'll automatically update the industry, and it'll go out and it'll build this data, right? So like I have it go and scrub their LinkedIn profile, and it builds this about this facility operations manager, yada, 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 right? And then it'll also go out and verify the email. So I have it connecting to a system called Million Verifier, and it will check the email to make sure we don't email bad emails that will bounce and affect our deliverability, especially in cold email. When you're sending a lot of emails, you don't want numbers, you don't want bounces. So it'll go out and check. If it comes back risky, I have it do a second check on something called Find Email, and Find Email is a little bit more expensive, so I don't want to do my core enrichment on there. I want to do my secondary enrichment on there. So if it comes up risky or bad or not found, I go there. If both of them come back as not good or not found, I go out and I search and find the email address with another party, and it'll automatically update the email field, so that way we're finding an email. Or if it doesn't find anything and they're all bad, we don't include that in the outreach. Then I have it rate the fit for the campaign. So I have an AI prompt that I built that basically will check and go and figure out whether they're a fit for the campaign. Are they still working there according to their LinkedIn profile? We don't want to email someone if they've changed jobs in the past few months. Then we use AI to build a challenges for the title, right? Like what's bothering them as it relates to your product or service. Then we're going to build the emails, and we're not going to build the whole email, right? When you're doing a cold email campaign, you want to have controls. So like the positioning, the offer, the call to action, but then you're going to have a personalized statement. And that personalized statement is what we're generating. You know, I noticed on LinkedIn, you dedicated over 20 years of school, and then it references something tied to the solution that my customer provides. You know, managing waste effectively while staying eco-friendly is challenging, especially with limited resources. You know, it's calling out, and then the follow-up, again, is referencing some of those things. And there's plenty of other data, right? If we have their picture, you know, I have all these hidden fields here with, you know, various information, right? I got 98 data points for each customer. So it's really impactful on what you can say and what you can do and what is truly possible with Airtable. So if you want to learn more, you want some help or ideas, or want to do a one-on-one coaching, happy to do a quick 15-minute session to assess how we may be fit and we can help each other. Thank you so much.